Okay. Because I'm on a new setup. I'm on James's old computer. It's just a little confusing. I mean, it's really not, but you know me. Y'all know mine. Okay, let's get into this. A mysterious older lady. Oh, yeah. Google Street View. This whole downtown area looks like that house in California, College Town. Really? Build an artist home? What if we had Mrs. Crumplebottom? Oh no, we killed off Mrs. Crumplebottom. But her name wasn't Mrs. Crumplebottom, so it could actually be Agnes who lives here. I'm just gonna kind of put my phone here and look at it. All right, so also considering this lot is kind of small, it's 4, 1, 2. It might not completely fit. Actually, yeah, we're gonna have to make this a lot smaller. Why are the wall heights so huge? We're gonna have to kind of make it a miniature version. It's a really, really interesting home though. And then we kind of this, I'm essentially drawing the deck around the house. We're going to be removing these walls. So I reckon the deck kind of goes, I don't know, around to here. So let's just kind of do that. Do a little bit of that. I really want this to be bigger though. To be bigger and better. Like that. Yes. And then we're not gonna have room to put the other, actually no, that'll be fine. Yeah, but she'll be right. It's just, we're just gonna be, you know, inspired by it. It doesn't have to look exactly the same. Okay, so that's basically our decking, and then I'm just gonna kind of, we will make the actual house look nicer. Let's lift it up a bit. It's kind of high up. I love your content. Thanks, cutie girlies. So what I wanted to tell you guys about was yesterday I did some research. Hadabadas, thanks so much for the 10 months. And this girl Lodge, thanks for the 4 months. And Min Min, thanks for the 1,000 bits. Appreciate that. And Petra, thanks for the Prime sub, and Forever Share, happy 4 months with Prime. Yay! I'm excited to share it with you guys too. And Eposa, thank you so much for the 33 months. And Margin, thank you for the 28 months. Oh my gosh, thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, last night I was doing some research about fake tans. Because I've always had this feeling that, you know how your skin's the biggest organ in your body, right? So I'm like, obviously, I don't tan outside anymore. Like, I go out in the sun to go about things with sun cream, but like, I don't lay down and tan in the sun. In Australia, we're right under the hole in the ozone layer, which is like the cover to our atmosphere. And because there's a hole in it, the sun is stronger here, like the UV rays, and it means you can burn more easily, and we have a higher risk of skin cancer. So that's basically why I don't suntan. So then I was like thinking, oh, well, I use fake tan. But then it occurred to me, if I'm putting this stuff that dyes my skin like all over my body, all over my skin, that's like my biggest organ, is this even good for me? So I did some research, and I've actually decided not to use mainstream tanners anymore, because what I found was a little bit, I don't know, it concerned me a little bit, because there's a thing in fake tans called DHA, and DHA is approved by like health organizations, but there's not actually enough research to see if it has any long-term effects on your body. And the scary thing is, it can actually, when it's artificially made, which is in most tanners, it can actually enter your bloodstream, and they don't really know what happens. So I've decided to get Oh yeah, we need another bump here. Good idea. So I've decided to use only self-tanners that have natural forms of DHA. So I found one called Ecotan that's from Australia. There's also a German one that's really good. Is anyone from Germany watching right now? You should always use FPS. Yeah. Same with deodorant leaching into your skin, any products you put on your skin. Yeah. That's the last I used fake tan. Well, look, I'm being extra careful about it because I just have this gut feeling that I shouldn't be using regular fake tan with chemicals in it. And I found Ecotan to be good. And then there's another one I found that's a German brand, Lavira. Do you guys know Lavira? Germany here? Yeah, Lavira apparently goes through it's this one, really strict testing. And that also has DHA in it, but it's a naturally sourced DHA. And that means that it won't penetrate as deeply into your skin as the chemical ones. So it's less risk of entering your bloodstream. Try cinnamon tans? I haven't used that. I just use paint from the hardware store. Smart moves. Yes, Lavira. Yeah, so apparently that's quite a good brand. And I was so confused because it says DHA on the label, but apparently it's like a naturally occurring DHA. So my point is, I read a few articles, I read a few studies, and I've decided to make the move to fake tan that has natural occurring DHA in it and organic ingredients. So you might want to do the same if you're also interested in this kind of thing. And I was really excited to tell you guys. Isn't Lavira from Poland? Oh, I thought it was a German brand. Well, that's my mistake if I got that wrong, sorry. I just embrace my pale skin. Well, yeah, you can also do that and that makes your life way more easy. Simmer Jenny, thanks for the 1 month. I'm a Squint, thank you for the 5 community subs. Thanks so much. And Psycho Fairy, 6, thanks for the Prime sub as well. And Hutter Butters for the 10 months. You guys are amazing. Thank you for the support. So many gift subs, I know. Lush has body tints. I don't know enough about Lush. Their branding's like all natural, but are their ingredients actually natural? I just don't know anything about Lush, really. It's very fragrant. A bit too fragrant for me. So yeah, I just thought it was really interesting and I was excited to tell you guys. Because I've just become really interested and more conscious about, I guess, beauty and cosmetics, what they actually have in them. This is gonna be a little awkward. It's gonna look so bizarre for a little while. I wonder if we use Strangerville. But yeah, I'm really interested in Lavira. Do you guys find their products to be good? You were right about not having enough research about the DHA, but naturally definitely doesn't mean it's better. Sometimes it's worse. Synthetic ingredients created in a lab are a lot of times better to be safer. I just read that the naturally derived DHA won't penetrate as deep into your skin, so therefore it doesn't get as far into your body. That's why I thought that one might be safer. And there are a few DH-free options too, but they're hard to find, and they have other ingredients in them that kind of are dodgy. Oh, that's cool, cinnamon tans. I should check that out. There's no legal definition of what natural means, so you have to take that claim with a grain of salt. Yeah, well, that is so true, because there's so many things are like natural ingredients, and then they're not actually. I think also, depending on what country you're in, the rules are stricter or more casual. So I feel like Australia's okay when it comes to, actually, you know what? I don't know. I'm not going to talk about something I don't know nothing about. But yeah, I just thought that was really interesting. And then I found a really cute Etsy store that makes a 4-ingredient self-tanner that actually dyes your skin with cacao, which I thought was kind of cool. I don't know how well it would work, but I might share that Etsy store with you guys who are in the US. It was too much postage for me to get any to deliver it to Australia, but I was like, oh, if I was in the US, I'd totally get this. I think there was one from Kentucky, and they have like lots of essential oils to help, like little rollers to help with cramps and like headaches and to help you get to sleep. They have fun bath bombs and stuff that are all natural ingredients. Just thought that was kind of cool. But again, like the comment just before in chat, there's also the idea that natural ingredients aren't as well managed as chemical made ingredients. So really, it's quite confusing, isn't it? Simmer Jenny, thank you very much for those gifted subs. 2 gifted subs. And I'm a Squint, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Dye your legs with gravy browning? Was that actually a thing? You can use coffee grounds too, really? Tanning is just too much effort. Thanks a lot, Beauty Community Media Society. Yeah, look, honestly, if you don't fake tan, you're really a much smarter human being because you're secure. You don't need to spend the money. You don't need to spend the time. Well, you're not necessarily a smarter human being, because then I'm putting down everyone in the chat who uses fake tan, which I'm not wanting to do. So let's not use the word smarter. You're living a more relaxed lifestyle because it's one less thing to do. But I miss having, like, because I don't go out in the sun now as much. I miss my more olive skin, so I like having my darker complexion, even if I don't want to go out in the sun as much. Tea bags were used in the war? Wow. Yeah, but I reflect the camera flash. You're from Scotland and pale, so you'd look weird with a tan. And then there's you guys who don't need fake tan because you've already got a deeper skin tone, which is great because you don't have to worry about it. So I guess really it depends. I always like read blogs about people who live minimal lifestyles, who like live on farms and they're natural and they do everything themselves. They're sustainable. They're just like, they're super woke without even having to be super woke. And I'm just like, I want to be like that, but I'm just not. As much as I try, I'm just like, oh, I just want to be them. Luke Sim Cohesion, thank you so much for gifting a sub. She's so tan, and here I am, just looking like I hate the sun. Oh, your mom's tanned and you're not. I'm African American, the topic of tanning is so interesting to me. I know, because you don't have to, like, worry about it. I'm quite envious. That ain't you, sis. I know, but I want it to be me. I try. I'm trying. Give it 5 years and I'll be living on a farm with my alpacas. And you guys will be like, damn, she's living that farm life. And still streaming with lots of computers and stuff, and that's really not minimal, is it? With monitors and cables and computers and consoles, and it just doesn't match what I do. I'm scared that I look like a tangerine if I tan. You know, it's probably a warranted fear to have. Will Deligracy call in? I don't think she can call in today because she's been really busy. She's been helping me with my tax, which she actually really enjoys. And she's like, I'm finishing it today. She's awesome. She's figured out like all the stuff that we can claim and all the stuff we can't claim, which can become quite confusing when your work is as a YouTuber and influencer, because at least in Australia, the tax can become very confusing with what you can and can't claim. Because when you think about it, you can kind of argue so many things are tax claimable. Like, I bought this because I wore it in a video, so I should be able to claim this t-shirt I'm wearing, but it doesn't work like that. This doesn't look even, does it? How do we... What happened here? So confused. That's even right. Okay, cool, I fixed it. I think we can extend this side. Cool. Claim your Netflix account. It has interior design shows. True, Nano. This is in no way tax advice. Tax is so difficult in Australia. I moved here and was so confused coming from England. It's so much simpler than that. Yeah, I swear tax in Australia is super confusing. But it's true. I watch, on Binge, we really only watch Grand Designs. Claim Spotify for podcasts. I do listen to the Joe Rogan Experience, which I know a lot of you guys cringe at. I know. Just because I listen to Joe Rogan does not mean I support everything he says. But I do find his guests very interesting. What about Monty Don? What? That's what I do. Is Binge good? Yeah, but you can't like skip in it, which really irritates me. Like skip 15 seconds back and forth. Which I know is quite random, but it really irritates me. It's funny how those little things can irritate you. So now, this actually technically comes out even further. Yeah, actually I think this will work more nicely. Oh, there's a great show on gardening. Oh, loving the red. Good, you guys wanted more color? I give you more color. He's a master of British gardens. Well, that explains why I don't know them, because I am not a gardener. My dad has a green thumb. My mum, I mean, I feel bad because she probably is watching. When I grew up, there were some dead plants around the place. I'm trying to say this in the nicest way possible. My mum does not have a green thumb. I do not have a green thumb. I don't know much about gardening. My dad knows how to grow a lot of different things. Do I want that to, just thinking, maybe let's put a roof in here. So this is a bit... It's a bit awkward, isn't it? Because it's not gonna... I think we have to move the block. Otherwise we can't fit in the roof. So how far can we move this across? We can move it to there. Succulents are honestly the worst to look after. I thought succulents were meant to be easy. The thumb of death, exactly. I have kept a cactus and succulent alive for 2 years and I am proud. I'm proud of you as well. That's great. You know what the saddest thing was? I used to have orchids. I used to call them Poes. I don't know why, but I always thought Poe was a nice name for them. So if I ever talk about Poes, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, so I had orchids and they would always die on me. So I'd just throw them out. Then I realized that they only bloom once a year. So I was spending like $30 per orchid replacing them, which is a lot of money. And I thought they were dying and they were just going to sleep for a few months. And now I feel horrible. Pose, yeah, P-O-S. They are expensive, they are. So orchids are so ugly. I think orchids are so beautiful. But you know what? Each to their own, Miller. I appreciate your opinion. I just don't want to hear it in my chat. No, I'm kidding. Imagine if I was like that. Oof. I think we do actually need a taller ceiling height. How do I ban her? Ban Miller. That's good listings, well done. I wish I wasn't allergic to lilies. Lilies, you have to be careful with the little, inside the flower, the bits that, what do you call the inner bit of the flower that kind of sticks up? Abzilla, thank you so much for gifting out 7 subs. Oh my gosh, Abzilla, thank you. Can we get some Bobo love in the chat? What is with all the gifted subs today? Thank you so much. Pollen thingies, the bud? Yeah, you have to be careful of the bud if you have allergies and pets, because they're very poisonous. So you should cut them off, I think. Oh, my uncle's calling me. Okay, so that comes in. So this is a very odd little tart thing we're putting over here. I feel like, it should come out a little bit. Yeah, because whenever we have lilies in the house.
This is what your son is doing.
What is he doing?
Oh, just sitting weirdly at that window.
Oh, he's so weird.
He just picked a different, and then he went down. He just picked a different window to sit at.
Oh, it's good. He's broadening his horizons.
I'm just gonna go out and pick up some stuff. So I'll just leave the door to the office open so he can hear you.
Okay, did we get a delivery then?
Yeah, I just gotta go down and get it.
Okay. Is it, I wonder if it's for me.
Oh, probably. I don't think I've got anything for
Yes.
Ew.
What?
Bowser, there's all this stuff all over this wardrobe door.
What is it?
I don't know, it's like drips of like, maybe it was like drool or something if he shook his head. Or shook his head.
Shuck his head.
Yeah, he shook it. He shuckers it. Yeah, I don't know, it's gross. Alright,
God, I found a fur ball like stuck to the door the other day. I swear he's a cat. You guys hear from your uncles?
Wait, before I go, I was going to show you this now, what he's doing.
Oh, I have to show the
Yeah,
chat that.
I can post it on his story as well.
He's leaning his head on the, windowsill. That's so cute.
It's so funny.
It's funny he's picked another window today.
I don't know why he's at that one.
Well, he was really into gazing out just outside the front door, those grills. He sat there for ages just looking at it. He loves the view. Oh, sorry guys, I'm not on the game. My dogs always do that too. It's so cute. It looks so comfortable. Hi, he's trying to get a tan too. That's funny. All right, I think this balcony just continues up here. So this one's interesting. This is gonna have a really interesting roof line. So we're gonna have a balcony around about there. And then this has a roof line all around it. How do we stop the roof from going into this area? Did you, like... This is the part of building in The Sims that I get confused by, like when you can't have the fence there. I think it's so funny that so many of you guys are like, wait, you hear from your uncle? Yeah, is that weird? Like, do people no longer, does no one talk to their uncles these days? My uncle's cool. Maybe dropping it in after you draw it. Try it, yeah, maybe we should just do half walls. And then we can replace it. But see, it doesn't... I wish James was here. He'd know what to do. Maybe if we go like that. Go like this. Okay, so that deletes the roof inside it. So if we just replace that with fences, will it work? No. Why does it do that? Let's try half walls. See, it's not, it only works if it's a room. Some of you guys have so many uncles. It's random. Oh, Namatari. Pretty sure there's no fix for this. So we would have to draw the roof. So we have to... So we just essentially can't do that. What happens if we lower this so it's really small and bring it in? No, the fence isn't able to go there. So we can't do the roof around the fencing. That's so weird how it deletes the fence. So the roof has to tuck into the fence like this. Look, we can do it like this just for a little while and see if we can change it somehow later. Let's just do that for now. We'll worry about this in a little while. Would half walls work? No, it's just an annoying part of the game. For some reason I thought maybe we could make it work, but I don't think we can. I'm actually wondering if we should bring this forward a little bit. That might look kind of cool. We basically want this to look as ornamental as possible, don't we? Scoop Girl! Thank you so much for my coffee fund. You're the best. Aw, Scoop Girl. I can never tag you in the chat, but thank you so much. Namaste. Appreciate you. And Koala Bear, thank you so much for the 10 months. Sunshine Mill, thank you for the 3 months. And Great Catsby for the 100 bits. Can we get some holla dollars in the chat? Thanks, Scoop Girl. Abzilla, thank you again for those community subs. You guys are treating me today. Hello from the other side of the world. Hello! From Sweden. Now, are those biscuits that you put on top of a tea that kind of melt? Are they Swedish? What are they called? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? They're, oh, I've forgotten the name of them. Stroopwafels. Oh, they're Dutch? I love stroopwafels. I wish they were a thing here. I think they're genius. They're mwah, marvelous. Marvelous invention. bb.move objects on. So you guys were asking about merch. We're just finalizing the contract with the merch company. And then hopefully we can release the merch before Christmas. But I was hoping by Friday it's gonna launch. I love this build so far. Yay! What pack's being used in this build? So far, we're only using base game and Strangerville. And we will add more as we go along. God, I wish we could have diagonal stairs. Do you reckon they'll update that into the game? I reckon they will. I think The Sims 4 has a long lifespan to go still, so I reckon that they will add staircases. What color stairs should we have? Maybe red stairs. Do you think these walls should be taller? Can you have a taller wall height on the upper level than the lower level? Probably not. Oh. Hey, little Tika, what's up? Thoughts on my amazing country, Scotland, being the first country in the world to give all women free period products? I know, I saw that in the news and I was like, well done, Scotland, well done. What a relief. But how does it work? Do you just walk into a supermarket and just like take it off the shelf and go to the checkout and they don't scan it? Like, how does that work? Or is it like, you pay for it and then get your money back? Ah, that's so good, Adnile. Snaps for Scotland. It's for people in need, I think, like condoms. Oh. For anyone who needs them. You order from the local government website and they get delivered to you. Ah, oh, that's so cool. And they're in public restrooms. Let's all move to Scotland. What tier is everyone in this week if you're in the UK? What does that mean? What tier? I think that's so good. I really love that. Because, like, obviously a lot of us can afford to buy sanitary products, but like, can you imagine if you're homeless, if you're from a disadvantaged background? Like, a lot of you guys might be in that position where there's just not the extra money for sanitary pads or tampons. How horrible to have to make use of what you have because the government doesn't provide it for you. Like, taxpayers' dollars should go towards that. It's it's odd to me that it doesn't. That's just my opinion. Yeah, Tara, same. The amount of money we spent on it is obscene. And I mean, it would be nice if it was free because, hello, some of us who have a period so that we could make a baby and carry that baby, isn't it like a nice, okay, well, if you're keeping the human race going, we'll give you that for free as like a thank you for that. But yeah, well done, Scotland. I hope it's the start of other countries doing the same. It's good because it probably does mean that other countries will follow suit. I'm just gonna draw some rooms in here. Oh, interesting. So it doesn't want to draw a room here. Just draw a room over the room. There we go. Remove ceiling? There is no ceiling. There we go. Did that remove the ceiling below? No, that's okay. Ah! Ba, 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 ba. Also, what's chat's thoughts on, oh, okay, let's keep that closed. What is chat's thoughts on not eating sugar? Or alternatively eating sugar, but in very minimal amounts. Like, I'm not saying like regular minimum amounts, but like pretty much avoiding sugar. What do we think about that? Is it a bit much? Do we like it? What type of sugar? Well, let's I don't mean like sugar in fruits, like natural sugars, like honey and you know, you know how bread when it's digested turns into sugar, like that kind of thing's okay. But I mean like added sugar to things, like sauces and dressings and all of that. What are your thoughts? Do share with the class. Because some people think it's just over the top. Some people think it's a good thing. I feel like I'm kind of at a point in my life where I'm like looking into all of these different things. Processed sugar is one of the leading causes of cancer. There you go. Keep it in moderation. I think diet culture and learning young people that sugar of calories are bad is very dangerous. I struggle to avoid sugar, but more power to you if you can avoid it. Try to make my own dressings and avoid sugary drinks. Sugar is delightful, but being diabetic makes it less so. That's true. Everything in moderation. Sugar is sugar. It breaks down all the same way. Moderation. Ed's Mayhem, thanks for the 100 bits! You're gorgeous inside and out. The new lighting looks beautiful. Oh, thank you. And you were speaking facts. Well, that's very nice. And thanks, little Dicker, for the 500 bits. Appreciate you. Hello, Miss Deli. Hello, little Dicker. I agree, like sugar in moderation. Everything in moderation, of course. Even if you eat heaps of green vegetables, it's not good for you. I know a girl who, she's like super like model, pretty, always has made money from appearance. So she used to like have so many green juices. She like would live off green juices. And she had so many green juices that her body became resistant to it. And now like if she eats green vegetables, it makes her sick because she had so many of them. Yeah. How crazy is that? So even like, you know how people say you can never have too many vegetables? Apparently you can. Have you guys watched that documentary? It's called Free Solo, and it's about a guy who climbs with no ropes. What is going on with the fence here? I'm not sure I like that. Deli raised the platform. Wait, what was that? Like literally raise this platform? Raise the balcony on a platform. That's a good idea because then, wait, let me think. That might actually solve the problem of the roof. If we put a platform out here that also matches a platform inside, we might be able to cover up the roof. That's not bad thinking. Thank you for the 2 months, Megan. It would have really messed with the pH of her blood. Yeah. So yeah, have you guys watched Free Solar? Snow escape moment. Oh my god. That's crazy, Share Bear. Ali Saji, thank you so much for the Prime Gaming sub. Converted from a Prime Gaming sub to Tier 1 sub. What? I don't even know what a Prime Gaming sub is, but that sounds cool. Yeah, I watched it. I really want to watch it. I watched Free Solar. It was scary but impressive. There's 2 documentaries I still have to watch. Free Solar and The Social Dilemma. I say we try this platform idea. Because I feel like if we do it sooner than later, because platforms mess up so much, like in terms of your rooms, it's probably... Actually, wait. Should we do the rooms before the platform or the platform before the rooms? Because it's whenever you add a new room, right? The platforms mess up. Social Dilemma was insane. Oh my god, you guys are a genius. Look, it fixed it. That's so cool. Okay. We'll fix up. We're gonna have to do that again soon because we're gonna do all of the interior, like rooms and stuff. But that's so cool. Yay, snaps. What are you building? We're just building like a cool house. I'm thinking for Agnes Crumplebottom. Or maybe Agnes's niece or something. I don't know. I just, for some reason, I'm really into the Crumplebottoms. Can't really tell you why, but I don't know. Just into them at the moment. Sounds creepy, doesn't it? I kind of want to add like an extra story to the house too. Like a 3rd story. Oh, I've never heard this music before. It's so nice. So many of you guys have been asking about Bowser. He's doing really well. He adjusted very quickly to Sydney. It is warmer here. We've had a couple of really hot days and it's more humid. Obviously, he's a dog with a big coat, so, you know, he's not going to enjoy hot weather. So we're, you know, taking the precautions we need to with that. But he loves actually being inside the apartment in the aircon. He just loves it. He loves looking out all the windows because we're high up. It's like he's watching over a kingdom and guarding his kingdom every day. It's really, really fascinating. It's 11 degrees Celsius. Is that really warm? Yeah, Sammy, I love Sex and the City. I feel like Agnes Crumplebottom sometimes. Especially time of the month. I was like Agnes Crumplebottom to James this morning. I felt really bad. Are you moving to Sydney? I think we're going to be going between the two places. So we'll probably be back here in March again. And then for some of winter, because it'll be much nicer here in winter than Melbourne. So we're just going to kind of go between the two while we can. Poor Jams, I know. But the only thing is, a lot of the dogs here, like, they don't like Bowser. They, more often than not, the dogs will bark at him and growl at him because he looks different. Like, he doesn't even approach them and they start barking and growling at him. It's really weird. It's not something we're used to in Melbourne, and I don't know if it's because the area we're in has a lot of really different kinds of dogs. And there's mostly like smaller dogs here, like schnauzers and poodles and, you know, little ones. Maybe Bowser has an accent. Well, in all seriousness, I do think he speaks another language to... I think dogs do speak in different languages to each other. Which I know some of you guys will think I'm absolutely crazy, but I swear, like, some dogs tend to get along better with other dogs, and sometimes I feel like they can't even understand what the other dog's telling them, you know? I don't know if there's any, like, research on that, but I swear, like, there's an odd communication sometimes. Bowser doesn't deserve this. I know, he doesn't even approach them and they start barking and growling at him just because they're afraid of him, clearly, because he looks different. And they're like, what the hell is this? So they're just... yeah, they're very uneasy about him. So I'm hoping the longer we're here, they kind of get used to him, but... it's quite surprising. I wasn't expecting it. It's hard to see Bowser's eyes. Some dogs get nervous about that. Exactly. So because Bowser has his little eyes, it makes it difficult for other dogs to read his eyes. And it makes it look like he's always staring at them. And then the other thing is because dogs like Chow Chows, Akitas, Huskies, Shar-Peis, if you guys have any of those dogs, their tail curls over their back. And because it curls over, other dogs can't read their tail, because you know how dogs' tail wag, or they'll like stand up straight if they're uncomfortable, or they'll go between their legs. Because their tail flips over, they can't see their eyes, they can't read their tail, and then they're like, oh my god, this thing's gonna attack me. Sexy jump of the heart. So, yeah, but it's also interesting because it just means these dogs have not seen dogs like that before, whereas in Melbourne there's heaps of dogs like that, so there's just not the same issue. So yeah, if you're thinking about any, you know, different kinds of pets, you have to remember that it may be more difficult around other dogs, I guess, or other pets, because they're like, I don't know what that is. What do we think of this? My dogs automatically do not like Frenchies because of how they breathe and the way they stand. They take it as aggression. Oh, yeah. So that's really interesting because Bowser and Frenchies typically get along really well. Like Frenchies and Chow Chows. I don't know why, but they get along. Chow Chows and Dachshunds. Dachshunds hate Bowser. And I'm like, whoa, those Dachshunds are crazy. I mean, you know, obviously there's some Dachshunds who are really good with him, but usually when I see a Dachshund, I am a little bit cautious because I'm like, oh no, they're gonna go off. You have 2 Frenchies, Eddie and Star. I love Frenchies. My other uncle has a Frenchie. Has Bowser met a Pembroke Welsh Corgi? That's what I had growing up. Funny you say that. Corgis seem to really like him as well. So I don't know, Corgis, Frenchies, any other big weird dog seem to like him. Do you do Christmas traditions that are more winter themed? Stockings, chimney? Yeah, so I love corgis too. They're quite funny, aren't they? Very cute. Yeah, something that I've spoken before about on stream. A lot of you Australians watching probably agree. Tara, Miller, I'd love to know your thoughts. But Australia's Christmas is so weird because we've taken on board all of the cold themed Christmas decorations, music, traditions. It's really bizarre that because we're so influenced by America and Europe. I mean, we have a lot of people who live here from Europe too. We have so many winter Christmas traditions. So we do have the pine tree, traditional Christmas tree. We do have Santa Claus in his big winter clothes. I mean, that was designed by Coca-Cola, wasn't it? And we do have snowman decoration. It's so weird. So you sing Dancing in the Snow. We're very Americanized, but I really love a hot Christmas when it warms up. Exactly. The worst part is eating the food that is proper for cold weather that's just super hot. Yeah, like it is just so... Yeah, it ain't Christmas unless you're sweating profusely and shooing flies off your lunch. Exactly. So for those of you guys who in the chat is not from Australia or New Zealand, or I guess California would be the same. Florida is the same. South Africa? Okay, so a lot of you guys would find it really weird in Australian Christmas because we can have a really hot day. We can have like between what? A cold Christmas would probably be 20 degrees Celsius. But we could have a Christmas that's like 40 degrees Celsius, which would be 106 degrees Fahrenheit. So we could have a very hot Christmas easily because it's the height of our Australian, well, it's not the height of summer, but it's summer. So a lot of families will opt for a Christmas on the beach where people will take like a picnic to the beach for Christmas Day. A lot of seafood is eaten on Christmas Day. My family, usually my uncle, brings crayfish or lobster. Lots of cold meats. Instead of like hot food and mashed potato, there's lots of cold meats. Summer salads. A lot of people will make Christmas decorations out of shells and sea urchins. Washed up beech wood, pine wood. So there's a lot of alternative Christmas decorations too. It's snowing where you are? Wow. So that can be an Australian Christmas, whereas some people do like to do the traditional Christmas they see on television, or maybe they're a European or American family, so they'll do the turkey, they'll do the roast dinner. I think in Europe, typically you would celebrate on Christmas Eve, right? So there are families who will celebrate Christmas Eve. But yeah, that's kind of to give you guys an idea of how an Australian Christmas can be different. It's so sad this house has like no backyard. Should we like chop off the back of this house so there is a backyard? I feel like it's such a shame. Maybe we bring it back like this. We need some backyard, yeah. Chop it to here or chop it even more? Why don't we just move this balcony up there? A lot of families will have like beer, a cold beer on Christmas, punch. I mean, I guess a lot of people have punch, but I guess it would, I mean, I would love to have or experience a white Christmas. Something I'd love to do. Would anyone like to experience a hot Christmas? But then I guess you guys in like California, Florida, New Zealand, you guys are used to a hot Christmas anyway. Or not a cool Christmas. So it's not like Australia's that crazy unique. Like, obviously lots of other places are the same. I love my wintry Christmas. Mexico, yep. Oh, what's a Mexican Christmas like? This house is slightly not very balanced. Oh, that's so scary, honey. Aw, Kaylee, that's nice. Oh, that's cool, Jules. That's really interesting. In Brazil, it's really hot. We usually go to the relative's house on the 24th for Christmas dinner. Usually we exchange gifts and eat a lot of turkey, chicken, and fight over raisins. That's fun. Here in New Jersey, we haven't experienced a white Christmas in a while. Is that unusual? I guess weather around the world is unusual at the moment, isn't it? I feel like this house is very side heavy with this. Like, maybe once we do the roofing here, it'll look a little better. It's actually how should we do the roofing here? A wee little bit tricky. I wish it was summer here in Mississippi. Y'all can have winter. I'd love to go to New York for Christmas. That would be cool. So I feel like this top bit, maybe we have a thinner, smaller. Does that look weird? Is that a bit strange? In the picture, it has a fence at the top. Oh, I think I know what's wrong with it. It's because the fence is too high. So we'd need like a shorter fence, like something like this. Yeah, we could... This kind of a thing. I think it looks a bit weird. Maybe we're better off just having the full extension of the roof. Oh no, but it's too thick. So we'd have to put a slightly smaller one in. So go like that. I hear Samaj is home. You guys loving this like Hawaiian music? Wonder what Christmas in Hawaii is like. That looks a bit weird too, doesn't it? One column is higher. Oh yeah, that's why it looks a bit odd there. It's probably, I see, it's because we haven't adjusted this platform yet. So we will fix that. Also, what are we building? So we're just building the last house in Newcrest. It's just meant to be a traditional, colorful home for a change. Can we see the picture? The picture's in the Discord, in the suggestions list. It's loosely based off of it. So yeah, don't take it too literally, otherwise you'll be like, it doesn't really look like it. Hi, Jams! We've just got to figure out the roofing here. What if this just goes... Oh, whoops. Deli and James are so cute together, couple goals. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that you guys like us as a couple instead of... I mean, it'd really suck if you guys were like, oh my god, I hate them as a couple, they're the worst. We wouldn't like to hear that. It'd be quite sad. So guys, I am like concentrating on trying to make this look nice. So I know I'm not really talking much, but you know, the concentration face comes out. You know how it is when you're building in Sims and you're like, how am I gonna make this work? I think this will be a nice house though. And it's kind of cute because if we do red, it is a little bit of a nod to Christmas, isn't it? Isn't it? Do you know what I started watching last night? Or James and I started watching again? Started watching... Oh, what's it called? Oh no, I've forgotten the name. It's with Leslie Knope. I've forgotten the name of it. Parks and Rec! Thank you, Parks and Rec. We started watching that again. Ah, such a good show. It's just so funny. And I realized Ron is married to, what's her name from... Bowsy, are you coming in to say hi? From Will and Grace. The chick with the really high voice. And I was like, oh my god! Cutest couple ever. I have binge watched that a good 20 times. It's just, I love Leslie. God bless Leslie Knope. She tries so hard. And her family is so mean to her. If you guys haven't watched Parks and Rec, highly recommend. Like most shows, it takes a little while to get into it, but it's so good. They have a podcast together too, I know, and I just subscribed to it last night when I realized. But they haven't filmed the podcast for a while. It ended a few months ago, so I'm like, oh, I hope they haven't finished it. Have you watched Schitt's Creek? No, but I've heard that it's really good. M Puppies, thank you so much for the 3 months. Appreciate you. And Mergelmaki, thank you very much for the 2 months. Hello from Germany. Guten Morgen. Bretto, thanks for the 5 months. Hello. Tallulah, thank you so much for the 4 months. Leah Nicole, thank you so much for the 1 month. Megan, the Aries nurse. Love seeing a fellow Aries. Thank you for the 2 months. Formerly unknown, thanks for the 3 months. I'm very good today. How are you? Chris Pratt is a terrible person. Oh no. Is that the guy who played Andy? Well, that's a bit of a bummer, isn't it? I don't really know anything about him, to be honest. His character was a terrible person. Deli, will any more cooking videos be coming up? I'd like to do another cooking video, but we don't have any plans to at the moment. I'm actually not sure of what to do for videos on the channel at the moment. Because I want to do videos for Christmas, but I'm like, what should we do? Okay, I think I like how this has turned out. What do you guys... Oh, except for this back part of the house is really awkward. Maybe this should wrap around. There we go. So what's weird about this part? Oh, okay, I see. So we need to get rid of this, which means this needs to be slimmer, but then it doesn't work on this side. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to pull this back. Actually, I see why we had this come out like that. So maybe we just extend this out, and then that tucks over there, like that, and then we just extend this to here. And then we, ooh, what's with the wall here? We push that in. Okay. Did I fix it? Does this work now? Yes. I think we fixed it. Okay, cool. I'd love to see the Deli and James channel more videos. I know, I was in bed last night and I was thinking like, oh my god, we haven't posted on that channel for ages and we're meant to do a video a week. So yeah, that, we haven't posted on there for so long. Have you decided on the Sims for this house? Not yet. I'm actually not sure how we should furnish it. Like, do we make it really unusual? Like lots of bits and bobs, or do we make it like really clean inside? Do we make it simple traditional inside? I'm not really sure what to do. Oh god, that's now messed that up. You could make it a school. Could do. It looks very Queen Anne. Maybe try to add some horrible wallpapers and lots of fireplaces. I like the idea of lots of fireplaces. You like the red and white? Me too. Eclectic and weird would be fun. Vampires? I second the Christmas colors. Yeah, the Christmas colors is kind of nice. How about an artist who's so focused on work that it's so cluttered? That could be cool. Make it unusual. I think it should be a bit unusual. It could be like the house in this kind of conservative area that everyone's like, oh my god, that weirdo lives there. Like, because they're really conservative. They don't like anyone who's unlike themselves. So that it's kind of like Aunt Petunia not liking anyone strange. Crazy cat lady. It could be like a crazy cat artist. Yeah, we could have some fun with that. Have a history professor. That could be cool. We could do like a history professor and his wife who is, or his sister who's like an artist or something like that. Kind of looks like Sabrina's house. Yeah, it does have that. So in the picture, it's got red, a lighter, more muted green, like this, and creams that they use on this house. Almost yellow, actually. So it is gonna be a little Christmassy, but of course, once Christmas has passed, it'll still be. It's not like a house you can only use in December. Like, oh god, that yellow actually made me feel slightly ill. What was that laugh then? I was like, do cream accents, perhaps? Perhaps, Mr. Potter? That cream kind of looks weird. The house should have the original features from when it was first built. A closed floor plan. Maybe with a secret staircase for servants. What about embrace the red and make it all red? I mean, we could definitely do that too, where it's like a red house. I think I prefer the green there. Because if we have windows with red on it as well, it'll work. And I'm actually kind of tempted to put either cream on the turret or a stone, maybe? Like the green. Stone wizard tower. Like it this way. The other thing is we can use bricks on the lower half. You know how there's that half brick, half wood from base game. Oh god, these headphones keep giving me a headache. Oh, I'm not good with Astro headphones. James loves them, but I find them so uncomfortable. Like we could do this red lower half. And then we need the base game bricks. It's the matching brick. This one? I think that kind of works. Oops, wrong one. Headphones always give me jaw pain. Oh, that's interesting. Ugh. Merry holidays! Merry holidays! I'm just gonna wear them like this. I can't deal. I need new headphones. Can you make them a bit smaller? Well, I don't want them to touch my head because they touch up here and it gives me like right there even without a thing on my head. It hurts. Can you all believe it's December? I know. Went quickly, didn't it? The only problem with this wood is it doesn't have the white bits on it. Well, what do you guys think of this? Oops. Maybe this bit can be a brick as well. Do we like it? Obviously, we still have to put windows in and all of that. Why don't you use AirPods or normal earphones instead of headphones? Cause why don't I use regular earphones? Because the sound isn't as nice on a PC when you use regular little headphones, especially in different games other than The Sims. When you want your sound to be a bit more atmospheric. Is that a word? Red roofs, totally. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Is this a red roof? I'm good, thanks. I'm just struggling with my headphones today. The roofs in the picture is actually gray. Actually, this kind of a... Oh, I kind of like that. That's more greeny, isn't it? Yes, it's a word. Damn. Damn, my words are so much more atmospheric these days. I'm just gonna take them off. Muddle, thank you so much for the 2 months. And Candy, thank you for the 6 months. Happy 6 months. Appreciate you. Okay, so what do we think of the look of this house? I wonder if this cream can be more yellowy. Ah, oh, that's the cream we know and love. Yes. Love that. I love cream at the moment. Love the cream fine. I love cream fine. Is the red brick on the roof? Wait, what? The red brick on the red brick on the roof wall intentional? Back here? Yeah. Or do you think it looks, actually it probably is better without, but it was intentional. Maybe, oh, you know what we should do? We should make it the house in the neighborhood that has Christmas lights all year, and it irritates all of the super conservative neighbors. What about this like pooey green? Actually, no. Let's see, what do we think about pooey green around the roof? But yeah, they always have Christmas lights. Could you change it all to cream? We could, but I think the green's kind of fun. Like, it's meant to be, you know, slightly dated and slightly older looking. It's not meant to be a flashy, newly painted house. At least that's what I imagine. Yeah, we have done all of the other lots already. You missed the balcony trim. Oh, yeah. Wait, what do you mean, the balcony trim? Got the balcony trim over here. Oh, over here? Oh, I see what you mean, the roof trim. Right, gotcha. That roofing wasn't the same either. This is the last build. I'm so sad. Don't be sad. Be happy that it happened. Be happy that it happened, okay? Maybe they should overhang a bit more. Yeah, and don't worry, these columns will be fixed once we do all of the room design.